This is Optimal Living Daily, episode 1999, The Healing Power of Lovingkindness by Melani Schweder of abrighterwild.com. And I'm Justin Malik, your personal narrator, reading to you every day, including holidays, for 1999 episodes. If you want to celebrate and gift yourself something for being around for the 2000th episode tomorrow, gifting yourself or someone else our Optimal Living Daily workbook would be greatly appreciated. It's a bunch of different prompts collected straight from articles I've narrated for you over the years to help you optimize your life. You can write directly in it. There's enough space for notes. It's a hardcover book, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. Come by oldpodcast.com/shop to check it out. Thank you for doing that. And now today's post features an actual meditation that I'll go through with you. If you're listening while driving or working, I'd recommend saving this episode to actually try the meditation because loving kindness style meditations really can be super powerful. They're one of my favorite. So if you're more free and available while listening to this, then maybe you can follow along with me right now and maybe pause along the way to really digest it and try it. But again, if you're not and you're busy, please do save this episode and come back to it. So with that note, let's get right to it and start optimizing your life. The Healing Power of Lovingkindness by Melani Schweder of abrighterwild.com. I'm sure I'm not the only one who has noticed that the mindfulness movement has really taken off as of late. It's showing up in advertisements, in classrooms, in boardrooms, not just in yoga studios and Zen centers anymore. There's finally solid research being published about the benefits of meditation to our moods, our social interactions, and even the structure of our brains. Personally, I think this is an awesome little seed being planted in our collective consciousness. The more people practicing mindfulness, the better off this world will be. We all just need to water and fertilize that little seed and watch it grow. And honestly, it's the action part that is the hardest, right? Many of us already know about meditation or mindfulness activities and the awesome things they can bring to our lives, but actually halting the busy of every day to just sit can seem like a Herculean task. I was lucky enough to see the opportunity to start a meditation practice when I experienced my relapse a couple of years ago. I set aside time each and every day to listen to a guided meditation, to do some pranayama, some gentle yoga, whatever else could make me feel a little better. Looking back on that time, I mainly tuned into basic breath-oriented meditations or ones that were focused on physical health and healing. And that was just what I needed at the time. But I didn't really start to experience peace and healing until I discovered metta, or loving kindness, meditation. If you've never heard of this before, it's okay, you're not alone. The word metta translates to a feeling of benevolence, friendship, and boundless compassion. And the premise of a metta meditation is to both cultivate those feelings towards yourself and to radiate them out into the world. Sounds pretty warm and fuzzy, right? And it is. However, this doesn't mean that this type of meditation is easy or a quick way to get some feel-good in your life. Honestly, it's sometimes revealing, sometimes challenging, and sometimes uncomfortable, but always worth it. Metta is structured around 4 wishes, and the wording varies from each tradition or person. You may find your very own unique phrases of compassion to use here, or you can follow those used in a guided session. The wonderful thing is, it doesn't matter all that much which words you choose. The lifeblood of this practice is the glorious, tender, non-judging, interconnected equanimity that comes from an open heart. The most common 4 wishes are to be happy, to be well, to be safe and protected, and to be free from suffering. And there are 3 states of intention: towards yourself, towards specific others, and lastly, toward the entire world and universe. Many people find that this structure is extremely helpful in making metta a regular practice. It's easy to remember and can be applied to any moment in your life, no matter where you are. So let's adventure through a little metta practice right now. Let's start with a bit of centering first. Sit comfortably, preferably somewhere quiet. Gently close your eyes and bring your attention to your breath just as it is. Focus on bringing your breath into the area around your heart and feel the energy there. You may even place your hand over your heart or imagine it radiating with light. Take several breaths here to stir up feelings of warmth and compassion. Now bring the feeling of unconditional love to yourself and say silently or out loud, May I be happy. May I be well. May I be safe and protected. May I be free from suffering. Take your time to rest in this feeling and let it radiate throughout your body. Maybe a smile will come to your face. Maybe some tears. Just allow them. Next, bring to mind someone who has been a sort of benefactor to you, perhaps a mentor, guide, friend, or caregiver who has shown you compassion and understanding. Imagine them right in front of you and extend the 4 wishes to them. May you be happy. May you be well. May you be safe and protected. May you be free from suffering. Then gently bring to mind someone who is a friend of yours, someone who brings you joy and laughter or has supported you through tough times. Picture them clearly and extend the same 4 wishes to them. Next, you'll think of someone who is a neutral figure in your life. Maybe this is a coworker, an acquaintance, or even the person sitting next to you on the bus or bagging your groceries. This is a person that you feel neither like nor dislike for. And again, say the 4 phrases towards them. Then allow your mind to settle on someone who has been challenging to you. This usually isn't hard. Maybe they've hurt you in some way, betrayed you, or disagreed with you about something important. Try not to get swept away in negative thoughts or feelings of pain here. It's suggested that for a while you start with only people that are mildly irritating and work up from there. If it helps, take a few extra breaths here, or again, bring your hand to your heart or to prayer pose before you extend the same 4 well wishes towards this person. Lastly, let go of your thoughts of a singular individual and relax your mind to include the entirety of the world. Gently wrap your thoughts around the planet or universe, all living beings everywhere. Then say silently or out loud, may we be happy. May we be well. May we be safe and protected. May we be free from suffering. Take a few more breaths into this space of unconditional kindness and gently open your eyes. It can be all too easy, especially for those of us living with chronic health issues, to stay focused on ourselves, even during our meditation practice. After all, we want to relieve our suffering. We want to feel better, to be cured, to be free. I cannot tell you how many hours I spent visualizing myself being healed, training my thoughts and energy on improving myself in my own physical state. And I'm sure there was a time when I wouldn't have been open to using my daily meditation minutes or metta on anything that invited an outward intent rather than an inward one. Maybe you're in that place right now. It's totally okay if you are. But I'm going to call on you to try and integrate a loving kindness exercise into your days. And I'm not saying you have to stop your other work, your healing visualizations, prayers for a cure, or practicing your radical self-care. All of those things are awesome. But just maybe you'll find a different perspective when you sprinkle in a little metta. So let's try it together. You just listened to the post titled, The Healing Power of Lovingkindness by Melani Schweder of abrighterwild.com. All right, hopefully you were able to follow along with that meditation. If not, please do save this episode, come back to it. It's easy to remember. It's episode 1999. Number 2000 should be a bit different tomorrow, possibly also 2001, but I'll still be here, so stay tuned for episode 2000 tomorrow, where your optimal life awaits.